Hello viewers, and today I wanted to turn the Type 63 tactical rifle into a little bit of an SMG. And what I mean by that is, even though this is a semi-automatic firing rifle, it has insane time to kill when you up the fire rate and combine it with 4 other attachments that will really suit it to that agility and maneuverability of close quarters combat. But before I break down these attachments for you and show you some awesome gameplay that I've got with this weapon, it would be amazing if you could consider subscribing to the channel. I try and upload these videos every single day, and if you like what you see and you want to see more of it, then make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss a future video, and leave a like to let that YouTube algorithm know that you want to see more of this. Feel free to pause the video here, as these are the attachments that I'm using. And so, starting off in the muzzle attachment slot, I am using the GRU silencer. Now, as I prefaced this combination of attachments as being a sort of SMG, very much close range Type 63, you might assume that I would normally go for a silencer. But one of the biggest downsides of the silencer is the loss to potential damage range. We actually get a 15% loss to damage range, and as I'm using this as a primary weapon, I'm actually pairing it with a peeler, which is a lock-on rocket launcher, which is actually really good fun, as you'll see in the gameplay that I've got for you. And so I wanted to sort of improve the overall versatility of the weapon by obviously having that all-important sound suppression, but as well as a 5% reduction to vertical recoil, around about a 20% boost to bullet velocity, which can be really useful, especially as you can see I'm using iron sights, so it can be a little bit trickier to track the target. And of course we get that boost to effective damage range at around about 10%. The silencer, if you would like to go for this instead, will actually reduce the damage range and things like the aiming stability, but you just will be a little bit quicker on the draw, and so it's completely up to you. If you're maybe pairing this with a long range weapon, then perhaps this might be the attachment to go for. The most important attachment on this combination of attachments is this 16.4 inch titanium barrel. According to other YouTubers on the platform, this actually will increase the fire rate by around about 22%. This just simply means that as long as every bullet hits, the damage per second, or the DPS, and the TTK, or the time to kill, is going to be drastically improved. And although we lose a little bit of effective damage range with this titanium barrel, we can use the GRU silencer from the previous attachment slot to actually claw back at that to almost get a bit of a net zero gain. But this fire rate, as you'll see in the gameplay that I've got for you, is absolutely mega, and you can honestly take on people with PPSHs, MAC 10s, Bullfrogs. It's really that good. Of course, as the fire rate is going to be increased, this also means that the recoil pattern is going to sort of go through its pattern that little bit quicker. And so we want to squash down that recoil pattern as much as possible. And the Spetsnaz grip in the underbarrel attachment slot will do exactly that. I'm pretty sure it will provide around about a 10% reduction to both horizontal and vertical recoil control. As I went for the GRU silencer and didn't opt for the quicker on the draw silencer, in the rear grip attachment slot I'm using the GRU elastic wrap, which will improve my aim down sight time as well as supposedly flinch resistance and aiming stability. This can be really useful for those fast firing submachine guns you're going to be up against, which are really going to be punching your aim as you're trying to fight back. And for the final attachment, so that I'm nice and manoeuvrable and of course quick on the draw, I'm using the KGB pad in the stock attachment slot. Primarily, this will improve the ADS firing move speed. This means when I'm aiming in and fighting the enemy and pulling the trigger as quickly as I possibly can, I'm not going to be losing too much walking movement speed, and this means I'm essentially going to be harder to hit for the enemy that's firing back at me. But let me know down in the comments if you do give this weapon a go. I was having a think as we come to the end of Cold War now, what actually is my favourite weapon out of all of these Cold War guns? And honestly, I'd have to say the Type 63 is definitely up there. It could even be one of my favourite weapons. And so I wanted to hear from you down in the comments, what is your favourite weapon from Cold War, and in that case for Modern Warfare as well. I'd love to hear it, and let me know the builds that you go for. Is it a long range Type 63? Is it a sniper support Krig 6? Just anything. I'd love to hear it down in the comments, and we can all talk about it, and maybe I'll try out a couple of those loadouts on a future video. But anyway, leave a like if you enjoy the video and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Thank you very much for watching, and enjoy the gameplay.
tracked by an enemy team. Stay sharp.
A little bit of a slow start on this game, but a bounty's always good in solos because you can pretty much just get the money straight away. It's definitely here though. There we go.
Bounty target is down. Well done.
Nice and simple. Makes me want to do another loadout for the M82 actually. Definitely got the money now, but there is someone else who must have heard the shot or something. I completely mucked up that first shot and he's definitely got an advantage over me, so I'm probably just going to back away from there because the other guy could come back too.
Loadout drop headed your way.
Other loadout. It's always good to check if there's anything else dropping. It's a lot more safer if it just drops on its own, but it's very likely that there's someone like me running at it from another direction. So got to keep an eye out for them. Lots of spaces they could be though. The ones on the roof. There they are. Terrible shot. There we go. Took 5 shots, but I got it done. Yeah, Type 63 with my peeler. There's a car. That is so satisfying. A 220 meter instant kill with that lock on. Gonna need to cross a river now though. Hopefully that explosion, even though I didn't hear it, should have given me chance to get across. But I was sat on these boxes because I wanted to have a little go with the recon drone, but I saw that guy come in, and then there's another one. And then straight away you can see the power of how quickly you can fire this Type 63. Definitely a higher skill gun compared to a submachine gun, but I prefer it. He nearly stuck me with that grenade, and that would have been very bad if he got me.
Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone.
It up nicely. We've now got 23.5 grand, so we've got more money than I pretty much know what to do with, to be honest. Once again, I've got to cross a tricky area. I had absolutely no idea where that was from, but it was fairly close because you could hear the rattling of the gun as well as the bullets. So it's probably just on the other side of the road, so I'm just going to slowly move down here. I think that's my best bet, to be honest, but I'm going to have to move quick because the gas is right behind me now and it's about to move. Found them.
Mark target for strike.
Didn't really want to use a cluster strike in a situation like that, but it's probably going to save me because he's going to have to run now. But at the same time, we're both going to have to cross out of this like tank factory, whatever you call it, so he's going to be rushing me, I reckon. There he was. And you can see, what gun did he have then? I didn't look at what gun he had. He had an MP5 there, and, you know, Type 63, he didn't even do 1 armor plate of damage. I mean, that's how good it is. But I had 32 grand after that fight and after a little bit more looting, so I definitely started to spend some money. I literally didn't know what to buy though. I've noticed that someone's just switched their trucks around from one to another. Probably wanted a bit more health on it. So I thought I'll quickly jump up here, get my peeler, see if I can get a hit on him.
Be advised, UAV is bingo.
Got gas moving in.
First one hit, but I think that one hit the tree or something, or maybe he just got over the brow of the hill. But he's actually stopped off at the shop. Another player there. See, this is how good the peeler can be as a secondary weapon. If you're confident with your primary, you can just get rid of all of those vehicles and you don't have to worry about them towards the end game.
Marking a waypoint.
I'm just going to mark the person that's probably poses the most threat to me with the UAV, and he's in that a little two-story, just on the other side of this wall just there. And according to the last little puff of the UAV, he didn't move the whole time, so I'm assuming he's probably still there. So I thought this would be a good little flank.
Drop headed your way.
There we go. It takes them out so quick. I've still got 17 grand, so I thought might as well spend 12,000 on an advanced UAV, which I've got now. And I'm going to do a normal mark and then a warning mark, whatever you call it. So I've got an idea of where two people are. Don't have to check the map too much, but unfortunately I decided that I couldn't aim for this next fight. Got the stun on him. Someone didn't. I have no idea how I moved down there. But that was completely my own fault. I should have been a lot more careful with that initial shot, and so that's the game over. But I hope you can see from those first couple of kills and stuff just how good that Type 63 can be. And I have just noticed that he had dead silence, so that's how he was able to move without me knowing. But anyway, thank you very much for watching if you made it this far, and as always, leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next one.